YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell, the man that's seen the place to be in the QCNC. Good morning. Welcome into your TNA January 7, 2015 review, the debut on Destination America. Let's get right down to it. This was a fun show. The show starts off with an awesome, and I do mean awesome, video package showing all the wrestlers getting ready to travel to New York. Bobby Roode on the tour bus gives a quick speech saying, hey, this is a new day. I'm proud to represent you all as a champion. Let's do this. Pretty much rallying the troops. On the other bus, James Storm was pretty much just hyping up his revolution, telling them that 2015 is going to be their year. Now, bear in mind, there were two buses, one for the faces, one for the heels. They all arrived at the Manhattan Center. Both buses empty out. We have pretty much all the wrestlers, knockouts included, all staring and facing down each other. Bobby Roode and Lashley walk up to the middle, pretty much the two generals on each side. A stare down ensues. Roode takes off his jacket. They both kind of back down, say, hey, don't worry, there will be a fight, just not right now. But leave it to Kenny King to sucker punch Bobby Roode, and all heck breaks loose. So we got a full-time, big-time brawl to start the show off outside in front of the arena. This was a cool way to get things going. The fight works its way inside, literally. And I mean everywhere. Everyone is brawling. We got fights in the stands, some in the ring, some in and around the ring, just total chaos. In the middle of all this, Kurt Angle comes out. He demands to restore order, says every TNA champion will defend tonight. MVP interrupts Kurt. He has a microphone. He starts to trash talk Kurt. Even punks him out saying, hit me, do whatever you want. I'll beat you down again. He even turns his back to Kurt Angle at one point. Now, let me get on the crowd real quick. This was a hot live crowd, and I did appreciate them certain points. But this promo wasn't even a minute into it, and they were already chanting STFU. So at this point, TNA's got to edit this. I'm missing part of the promo. I mean, it was just a mess. I mean, come on, you guys, give him a chance. I know he's generating a lot of heel heat here, but this is a new day. I want to hear the storyline. I mean, but I did have a problem with the crowd from that aspect. Kurt says he is no longer the director of operations. Instead, he's just a wrestler. He also says he has booked a match, a street fight with MVP now. All right. Now, here's the thing. They were teasing on TNA.com a couple days before this aired that Kurt had a major announcement. Was this his major announcement? We didn't really get a real build-up. I really think the promo would have went longer if the crowd wasn't reacting the way they were. So, like I said, I think he didn't even have a chance to build up this being his major announcement. Okay. From there, Angle clotheslines MVP out of the ring. We take our first commercial break. Great start, but the crowd does have me a little nervous. We come back. Angle's in control of it until MVP lays a big-time right hand. From there, we're introduced to our new commentator, Josh Matthews. Him and Taz take the reins, and let me tell you, he came out right out the gate with authority. I was feeling it. I liked his pace and enthusiasm immediately. And that's no knock on Mike Tenay now. I grew up watching Mike Tenay. To me, Tenay is the professor and always will be. But hey, it felt nice. It was fresh. It was quick. I liked it. So from there, good start. Once again, just slowly putting those pieces to the puzzle of this whole new TNA, new attitude. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Good, but super short match. I mean, it ended with MVP taking an angle slam, literally just kind of out of nowhere. Clean pin, 1, 2, 3, Kurt Angle's your winner. Kurt leaves the ring to a chorus of "You Still Got It" chants, which he could tell you appreciated. We go backstage to the back, as another reviewer likes to say. MVP confronts Kenny King. He says, "Where were you?" And, King says, "Hey, man, I was with the girls. Besides, Kurt Angle, he's all broken down and this and that. I thought you had him. You know what I'm saying? You need help with him?" So he pretty much threw it back on him. And MVP was like, "Well, so you decided to put pleasure before business, huh?" MVP says he's going to remind Lashley why he was made the champion in the first place. And that's how that segment ended. Okay, it was just a quick little flyby there. Josh Matthews formally introduces himself now that there's no action in the ring. We get a camera shot of the announcer's booth, him and Taz talking. He says we will, as fans, get new access. For example, they gave us this backstage promo of EC3 and Tyrus He says he's going to take Spud apart tonight, piece by piece. Josh, we go back to Josh. He says he's very thankful to be here, and he also puts over Mike TNA as I just did earlier. I mean, he says TNA's a legend, and he says, don't worry, Mike TNA will be hosting TNA's new show. And then from there, we cut to Mike TNA, and he gives us a quick little interview that he had did with James Storm. He says that we aren't here to entertain or win titles. We are here for blood. So the Revolution obviously has big plans for 2015. I wonder what they entail. From there, it's match time. We got James Storm, Cowboy, and the Monster Abyss versus the Wolves. Tag team titles on the line. Matt and Jeff Hardy came out as well just to observe. Right from the get-go, the Wolves had these really wicked new tattoos. I mean, comment down below. Man, those things look awesome. Now, how are you going to feel about it when you're 60 or 65? Hey, whatever. But let me tell you, man, those are cool tattoos. Comment down below. They were like claw marks, and each one had one. Really cool tattoos. All right, here we go. As expected, this was a good one. Full of action, pillar to post, including 4 suicide dives in a row from the Wolves. From there, they keep up the pace. We get double team Storm until Abyss choke slams Richards on the apron. So that slowed him down a bit. From there, Storm regains control, slowly works over the Wolves. Eddie Edwards gets the hot tag, but not for long because Abyss attempts a double choke slam, but the Wolves do counter. They take him out with stereo kicks. Later, the finish comes when the Hardys interfere, not mind their own business. They take out Sonata and Manic. Abyss throws out Matt. Jeff goes to attack Abyss and bumps into Edwards, causing him to take a nasty last call super kick because James Storm was waiting in the bushes there. 1, 2, 3 winners, Cowboy and Abyss. Really good match. Obviously, this can go either way. This could set up obviously the Wolves and the Hardys as far as like, hey, we can handle our own stuff. Leave us alone, mind your own business. Maybe it could set up a triple threat as far as 3-way or tag team matches. Who knows? If they do it right, this could be a good feud either way you slice it. From there, we get a video package of Rude and Bobby Lashley. Then EC3 says he's coming out next. Once again, we go backstage after a commercial break. MVP is yelling at Lashley. He says, hey, you're too selfish. Now you don't have time for your boys. MVP says he brought you to TNA. You wouldn't even have been champion. You wouldn't be this MMA sensation. I call the shots, Lashley. And from there, Lashley's heard enough. He jacks up MVP up against the wall and says, this ain't about you. It's about getting my title back. MVP says, so that's how it is, huh? You put your hands on me? Lashley says, that's how it is. And Kenny King and MVP leave the room. From there, we go to the ring. Jeremy Borash is out there. He says he's been here since day one, and it's great to be in New York City. And my guest is a gentleman. And from there, he didn't even get to finish. EC3 music hits. He comes to the ring. He says 2015 is his year. He says of course, the crowd is giving him heat. He says he's very good. He says, in fact, he's undefeated for 15 months. Fact, he says 2015 he will be champion. Fact. A little bit of Tyson Kidd action there. Be careful with that. He calls out, let's see. EC3 is also, this was really cool, guys. EC3 is so unfazed by the chants you hear in the crowd. He just totally worked them over, totally controlled them, totally corralled them to the point where they kind of just gave up. And then by the end of the segment, they were cheering for him. I mean, it was a trip. Once again, EC3's crowd prowess and my skills. Tell you what, WWE, you dropped the ball on this one. I bet you're hating that. No, you did. You dropped this one. This guy's good. He calls out Spud and says, we can finish this now. Tyrus carries Spud out to the ring. Obviously, he was working on him back in the back. Poor Spud is thrown helplessly into the ring. EC3 says, let the scalping begin. Jeremy Borash actually steps in, and he slaps EC3, which we did not see because the cameraman or the director of the camera messed up. He slaps EC3, actually standing up to the bully, but he did pay the price. He also paid the price with a corner splash from Tyrus. So let me tell you, poor JB. From there, EC3 says, new plan. It's what I was going to do to him, now I'm going to do to you. And he breaks out the scissors and the clippers. Spud tries to protect JB, but to no avail. They end up giving JB, some skunk stripes, made him look a total mess, humiliated him. Spud, as EC3 laughs leaving, Spud comes over and holds his friend. Good segment. The crowd really got into it. I like how EC3 just played the crowd. It came off good. It wasn't too long. Good segment. From there, we're backstage again. Kenny King tells MVP he can't believe Lashley put his hands on him. MVP says he's tired of everyone in TNA. And what hurts the most is that Lashley is a friend. Now, here we were, once again, this night was played with some issues, you guys. I got to be honest with you, it was. During this promo, I could barely hear a word they were saying. TV turned up loudly. I mean, the mics just were not working. They were having some serious issues. This is one of those times where that happened. From there, they cut to another video package of the Rude Lashley saga. This one was the time where Rude won the title from Lashley. All righty, it's match time. We come back from break. Loki, your X Division champ, versus the challenger, Austin Aries. We get a video package. A1, 3-star, 4-star, you name it, video package of them showing the history of the X Division, all those classic battles. They showed a lot of familiar faces. The package was highlighted by Loki's work in the company as well. But let me tell you, it was awesome. And you saw Sabin, you saw Alex Shelley, Daniels, Samoa Joe. They really put over the title with this video package. Good job, TNA. Yeah, all right, here we go. Now this should be a good one. Both men slowly feel each other out before they would start with the tie-up. Couple tie-ups with even breaks, no less. Before they can even really get going, the crowd is chanting, "This is wrestling." They already know what they're going to get here. Good side headlocks, good clean kip-ups from both men. Arm drags, great work so far from Loki with some big-time chops, as you expect to see. Then it became a chopping contest. Of course, Aries, he knows how to give them back. Aries goes for a dive and needs a kick from Loki. Loki gets a 2 count after a kick to the back of the head of Aries. Of course, not to be upstage, a double hits a suicide dive, knocking Loki way into the rail. Crowd chants, "Holy bleed." So we can't really hear the commentators again at this point. But either way, the action is speaking for itself. Missile drop kick from the top from Aries, and he goes for the brainbuster. Loki counters with a submission. But Aries survives the submission with a rope break. At this point, we got a split crowd. Let's go, Aries. Let's go, Loki. Great action. So far, this is definitely, the match of the night. Split crowd. They both battle to the top turnbuckle, ending with Aries hitting a nice brain buster from the top. That's right. It was awesome. It was only as Aries and Loki could sell it. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't get any better than this. The only thing I can say bad about this, it was too short. The matches did feel compressed tonight. TNA hasn't been live in quite some time. This show was live tonight. So they were making sure they weren't going over their time cues. But let me tell you, good action. Austin Aries is your new X Division champ. Now, what on earth are they going to do with that? We already saw what happened last time he won it, which was just a few months ago. He traded that thing in quicker than he could turn around, just to get a shot for the heavyweight championship. So we'll see. Maybe he'll hold on to it a little longer this time. It's knockouts time. We get a knockouts battle royal for the knockouts title. We have the beautiful people: Havoc, Rebel, Gail Kim, Madison Rain. Zima Ion came out with the beautiful people as well. He has a microphone. He welcomes back the man of the hour, Robbie E., who comes back to a chorus of chants. Let me tell you, the crowd was into it. Robbie E. says he lost the Amazing Race because of his ex-girlfriend, Brooke. Before we continue, gals, I never watched 1 minute of the Amazing Race. I could not tell you what season this was this year, any of that, as far as, until I found out about Robbie E. and Brooke being on there. So, maybe some of you didn't. I gave it a chance, and I actually watched, and then I got into it. Now, I can't promise you I'll be watching next season, but Brooke and Robbie, they did us proud as far as TNA fans. They did not come out here looking like 2 meatheads. They didn't know what they were doing. They never even tried to really sell them as that, and I'm glad that CBS didn't do that. No, they came out there, and they were forced to be reckoned with. They made it to the top 3. So, good job, Robbie E. Brooke. You did us proud as TNA fans. Okay. From there, the champ, Taryn Terrell, she comes out. Music interrupts. She comes out, and then let the fight begin. Obviously, she's coming last. She's the champion. Rebel was thrown out first immediately, and then Madison second by Havoc. Taryn knocked Angelina Love out third. Gail and Taryn double-team Havoc, but she fights back. Brooke Tessmacher runs out of the crowd. She's in street clothes. She's not in the match. And she jumps Robbie E, full-blown Luthez press, punches to the face. In the meantime, Velvet gets eliminated, and as that happens, her and Robbie E run out of the match out down the rail, and Brooke is chasing them. Funny little spot there. Okay, from there, Havoc tries to hit the Harlot Slayer, but Gail counters with the Hurricane Rana on Havoc. Havoc falls over the top. She's eliminated, and before Gail can even recover, Taryn quickly tosses her out too. Before she can recover, Taryn got the flip out on Havoc. Super quick. It was fun. To me, the comedy with Robbie E and Brooke might have took over the match, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Fun women's match. Taryn Terrell still your champion. But from there, Havoc jumps her. I mean, she's putting the boots to Taryn, savagely, beating her up. The lights go out. They're out for a while. You kind of hear some people must be able to see what's going on. You hear the crowd erupt before the lights will cut on. That's right. Face to face with the new monster, Havoc, is the original monster, the one and only, the Awesome Kong. She was there in the flesh, live, ready to go. The crowd went nuts. I went nuts. I sat up in my seat. And this is what I'm talking about. If we're going to lose a knockout here or there, you bring back knockouts like this, or even just on the male side of it, as far as like bringing back new wrestlers or past wrestlers. You let people go, and then you make signings like this. Hey, I'm down with that, TNA. New day, new network, new attitude, right? Works for me. And you know the best part about it, you guys? I didn't hear any grumblings, any rumors. Maybe some of you did, but I didn't have any clue that she was going to show up. And maybe some of y'all didn't either. And that's what made it for me. It's been a long time as a wrestling fan that the good old surprise entrance or surprise return really is a surprise. And I tell you what, I enjoyed that. Okay. Oh, yeah, so we have a stare down between Havoc and Awesome Kong. Havoc backs down, so we never got physical. Referee Ryan Stifler got in Kong's face and was telling her, to get on out of the ring. We don't want no trouble. Well, he gets some trouble. She ends up choke slamming him. So nice, funny spot, big time choke slam from one of the big time knockouts in TNA history. It's main event time. Bobby Lashley versus Bobby Roode 3 for the title match. Here we go, 3 times the charm. Let's do it. Right from the bell, it's a brawl. Lashley hits a nice hanging vertical suplex on Roode, but Roode is never out, and he counters Lashley whenever he can. Roode hits a slingshot crossbody on the outside on Lashley. Great match so far. We see a split screen of MVP and King in the back with 2 masked men beating up security after they were denied entry into the arena. Okay, what's going on with that? We get a commercial break. We come back. The action is still outside with Lashley in control. Roode mounts a comeback, but he is cut off by Lashley again. Lashley slows things down with a chin lock and a bear hug. Now, that's an old one there. When's the last time you guys seen a bear hug? Roode gets a second win and shoulder blocks Lashley to a no-sell, firing Lashley up, actually. Roode takes him down with a jumping clothesline. Roode gets a couple of 2 counts after a blockbuster and a spine buster, but both of them Lashley kicked out of. And as far as Lashley kicking out, you can't keep him down for long either. He brings the fight back to Roode. Even hits a Roode bomb on Bobby Roode for a 2 count. Roode spears Lashley for a 2 count. Tell you what, we got some good action here. MVP and the crew come out. MVP, King, 2 masked men. All right, what's going on here? TNA was making me a little nervous with this angle, you guys. I mean, as a longtime fan, I'm allowed to say that. We've had some boo-boos in the past with ideas like this, but let's continue. Let's see here. MVP and crew come out. Roode gets Lashley in the crossface, but he powers out. Roode hits the Roode bomb, and Lashley still kicks out. We get another crossface to a bloody Lashley, who's bleeding from the mouth. Referee checks Lashley's arms, gets to a 2 count. Kenny King pulls the ref out of the ring and attacks him. Kurt Angle comes out, starts to brawl with MVP, but he gets taken out with a 4-on-1 beatdown. The masked men come up to the apron of the ring, take off their masks to reveal Low Key, you traitor. Samoa Joe, you traitor. They are down with the MVP. Finally, some justice is left in the world. Eric Young runs to the ring. He's got a steel chair. He's ready to, the heels run out, thank goodness. Because this could have got ugly. I mean, we're just getting started on the new network here. We don't need Bobby Roode taking a break from a beatdown. But what happens? Lo and behold, EY, you traitor. He hits Bobby Roode with the steel chair, you guys. Can you believe it? I sure can. The announcers sold the heck out of it. Oh, boy. Good spot here. Good ending. What happens? What's going to happen? From there, the Leary, Bobby Roode took a spear from Lashley. 1, 2, 3. You got a new world champion. But you got a new world champion thanks to interference from MVP. We already saw earlier that MVP and Lashley are on the best of terms right now. So what's going to happen with this? I don't know. I just hope they don't do nothing stupid. I don't want some long time. I mean, why on earth with Samoa Joe and Loki, what can the MVP offer or sell to them that will make them want to do what they did? And Eric Young especially. So it's very intriguing angle if they do this right. If they don't, we might be in trouble. But we'll see. Either way, I enjoyed it tonight. Thumbs up. I like how it happened. Excuse me. As far as the way the match ended, you know, whether it had been a clean match or not, obviously it wasn't a clean ending. So I didn't like how the match ended, but I did like the results because I said it before to you in previous videos. I'm totally cool and fine with Bobby Lashley being the world champion. To me, he looks like a champion. You know, if you got a stranger sitting next to you and they never seen wrestling before, he walks out. Oh, who's that? That's the world champion. Oh, okay. Your friend wouldn't think twice about it. So to me, that's how a champion should look. So I'm happy with him having the belt back. Woo! What a show! What a start to a new year and a new beginning, a new attitude on Destination America. Thanks, you guys, for joining me. It's been a lot of fun. As you can tell, this review, I mean, I was excited to do this review. I'm sorry it was late, but rather late than never. Now, bear in mind, TNA won't be back this week until Friday night. So look for me to, I'll try to get one up for you on Saturday morning. I'll try to have the video nice and early. But comment down below. What did you think? Did you have a chance to see it? Are you able to see it? It's a little bit harder for you to see now that it's on Destination America. And I know it is for a lot of people. So comment down below. Hope you saw it. If not, find a way to see it. Great show. The video package alone at the very beginning, right from the, seconds in, I knew we were in for a treat. And I know a lot of you TNA fans out there were happy. And some of you guys and gals out there that are just looking for an alternative, you got options now. 2015 is going to be your year. You got options. You want to watch WWE? Watch WWE. TNA, knock yourself out. Lucha Underground, you got Ring of Honor doing their thing. New Japan, you got options. The days of WWE just taking everything, that's over with. You got options now. But don't get me wrong, I still enjoy the E too. This is the road to WrestleMania time now. This is the one time where I really look forward to watching some WWE. Yes, they let me down a lot sometimes too, but that's beyond the point. So if you're a wrestling fan, 2015 is going to be our year. Let's have some fun. Let's do it together. But you guys, you go out there, you have a good day, be good to one another. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Don't be shy. I will answer you back. Comment down there. But till then, I will see you later. Be good to one another now. Bezell out.